I'm James Spann. This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video for Friday, 27th of August, getting set to a cruise into one of the last weekends of summer, and looks as though moisture might indeed be increasing statewide over the next couple of days. Let's take a look and talk about it. First off, the Skycam images coming from Tuscaloosa. That is Bryant-Denny Stadium on the campus of the University of Alabama. High school football time. That's the Hamilton High School Football Stadium up in Marion County in northwest Alabama. A lot of games last night. Many more games are tonight. Tonight's the first week of the Friday Night Blitz, the 15th year on ABC 3340. Kicks off at 10:15 tonight. And from Demopolis, looking right down the Tom Bigby River. Nice scene there. Kind of hazy on this late August day. And you can see the air is dry over much of the country, but look at the Gulf of Mexico. Goodness, could that be a tropical system getting its act together south of New Orleans? Yeah, it could be. That thing more than likely is going to drift west toward Texas. We'll talk about the tropics in detail coming up in just a little bit. Look at the radar at 134. And the bulk of the scattered showers are south of US 80 or south of a line from Demopolis to Montgomery to Auburn. But within that ground return, you can see a few showers that have popped up on this end of the state. We've got one that's just over the northern tip of Lake Tuscaloosa. I got a couple off to the east of Birmingham over parts of Talladega County. So, again, the moisture levels are a little greater than what models have suggested. And they're now tending to move that way. And it certainly looks as though we're going to have to mention a chance of scattered showers and storms over the weekend. We'll check out the temperatures this afternoon. Readings vary from 87 in Birmingham to 91 in Tuscaloosa, 93 at Montgomery. So again, everybody in the upper 80s and low 90s. Rain for the next 5 days. Big numbers down there in the Gulf south of Mobile. 6.8 inches, the bullseye. And again, no doubt the most significant rain over the next 5 days will be on the Gulf Coast. This valid through Wednesday morning of next week at 7 a.m. And up this way, the amounts vary from just a trace over North Alabama down to the 1-inch plus amounts over the southern quarter of the state. All right, tropical action. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to watch. I know the Hurricane Center only has 3 identified there. But we've got the Gulf of Mexico system developing. Danielle, the big hurricane. Earl, tropical storm. Strong tropical wave south of Cape Verde Islands. That should be Fiona. And another one coming off the coast of Africa that should be Gaston. So there you go. We'll first off start with this Gulf of Mexico system. And again, you can see convection is beginning to gather together south of the central Gulf Coast. It certainly looks like something is trying to get its act together down there. The pressure analysis off the RUG model showing a surface low on the Louisiana coast. And again, it might be farther south than that, but just keep an eye on that. There's some mischief going on down there. And again, more than likely, if anything does form, it moves toward Texas and will not come north up this way. Deeper in the tropics, there's a look at our really 3 systems there. You've got Danielle, big hurricane, upper left. In the center, that's Tropical Storm Earl. And on the right, that is the new wave that should be, ultimately, Fiona. And that could become a powerful hurricane as well. Earl and Fiona both could become very strong hurricanes. There's a closer look at Danielle. Pretty big storm. Top winds estimated at 135 miles per hour. Modeling, again, this is moving out to sea. Do a recurve east of Bermuda. And the official track from the Hurricane Center in good agreement with the guidance. By Wednesday morning, it is a subtropical storm up in the North Atlantic, so no threat to land. Earl, the Pearl, modeling a pretty good agreement. Most all the models bend it poleward, bend it northward in 5 days, north of the Leeward Islands, north of Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. There's the intensity forecast on Earl ramping up. This thing could be a major hurricane in 5 days, much like Danielle. And there's the official track from the Hurricane Center. They've got that nice bend northward by the middle of next week. Again, they've got this thing as a major hurricane Wednesday morning, well to the north of Hispaniola and east of the Bahamas. Now, this one could be a problem for Bermuda. I don't think it touches the United States. It could bring some rough surf, but again, you'll see the GFS depiction. This should be a recurving storm, but Bermuda might be close. And look at Invest 97. This is the one that should be Fiona. That's south of Cape Verde Islands, modeling. By golly, it looks just like Danielle and Earl. Almost the same track. Takes it north of the Leeward Islands. And again, more than likely in that position, it could recur. But do we know that yet? Absolutely not. And there's the guidance really ramping this thing up to a major hurricane. So you got potential for Danielle, Earl, and Fiona all to become major hurricanes. And there's the eastern Atlantic shot. Look at the wave coming off the coast of Africa. That should be Gaston. And that could be a big storm. And understand, at some point, instead of these recurving, you'll get some that are lower latitude. They're going to wind up bothering the Caribbean and maybe the Gulf. We just get the idea it's going to be a very busy September out there. We'll check the GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Big trough on the west coast. Ridge over the east. Here's a look at Danielle on the right-hand part of the screen. Down below that, you can see, again, the GFS trying to bring moisture northward. We'll mention the chance of a shower tomorrow. I think they'll be pretty widely spaced like today. And obviously, the better chance will be over the southern half of the state, but we could see one up this way in scattered pockets. And then Sunday, the GFS getting much more aggressive with moisture feeding in from the south on Sunday, and we'll just roll with the flow and now bring in a full-blown chance of scattered showers and storms on Sunday. And it won't rain all day long. Just keep in mind it could rain at times, highs in the mid-80s because of the clouds. And Danielle is moving north, very powerful hurricane there. Monday of next week, back in the upper levels. Heights are coming up. 594 bubble just east of here. Going to be awfully hot for cities like Raleigh, Durham, and Richmond, Washington, D.C., Baltimore. Down below that, again, some evidence that we'll need to mention some risk of a shower in scattered spots on Monday. And Danielle is on the way out. Tuesday of next week, Danielle is gone. Here comes Earl in the lower right. And that looks pretty dry for us. Wednesday of next week, Earl moving northwest. We stay fairly dry. Thursday of next week, Earl beginning to make the turn. And again, that's going to be pretty close to Bermuda. That could be problematic for that island out there. And Friday, a week from today, you can see Earl getting involved in that trough over the northeast and lifting out to sea, not touching the United States. We're dry. So again, modeling is very consistent. We feel very good that both Danielle and Earl will not impact the United States. And the following day, as we kick off the Labor Day weekend, Saturday, September 4th, Earl is out. And again, looks pretty quiet here. We'll check the end of the forecast, September 12th. Nice trough out west. Kind of broad ridging down and through here, kind of soupy air. And again, no evidence at this point of that first good polar front of the season. It'll get here, but no evidence of it now. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock Monday morning. Brian Peters will have videos tomorrow and Sunday. Hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for watching, and God bless.